Hello everyone. Today we will going to discuss one case study that includes different types of sensors. So here we are taking green building as an topic for our study. So first of all, going into detail about the different types of sensors involved in the green building, you must know what is the green building. What is the meaning of green building? So green buildings are the buildings where which are efficient, where energy, water, and other resources are used efficiently. We can say in green buildings there will be efficient use of energy, water, and other resources. Second, in green buildings, use of renewable energy is appreciated and promoted. Renewable energy examples are solar energy, or wind energy. These are the examples of renewable energy. Next, in green building, there will be some methods for waste reduction or pollution monitoring and controlling. And in green building, reuse, recycling, these concept is also utilized and appreciated. Next, there will be good indoor environmental air quality inside the building premises. And the materials used for the materials used for the designing or materials used in the green building must be non-toxic, ethical, and sustainable. So these are the few characteristics of the green building. Now, what are the different sensors? These are the objective, these are the requirement, prerequisite. So to achieve all these, what we have to do? We have we have to design, we have to devise some techniques from which we can automate the process, we can automate the controlling, we can automate the monitoring process. So for that, we have to design some IoT based solutions. We have to install some IoT based solutions in that green building so that our objective will be achieved. So now next, what are the different sensors which can be used? This is the first question. And the next question is, what can be done inside the green building using sensors networks? So what we can do? We can control temperature. Using sensors, we can control temperature inside the building. We can use solar power monitoring system. This is also IoT based. We can use actuators for HVAC control. And for energy automation inside the building, we can use IoT. For weather forecast, here again we can use the IoT based solutions. Here, these are the different sensors which are used inside the IoT prototype or IoT based applications. For example, temperature sensors, humidity sensors, motion sensors, contact sensors, gas, air quality sensor. This is used for the air pollution monitoring or in-house air pollution monitoring, electrical current monitoring sensors, humidity and temperature sensors for measuring the temperature. So these are the different types of sensors which can be used inside the green building. Now first, temperature sensors. So there can be four types of temperature sensors that can be used. Semiconductor based sensors, thermocouples, RTD, resistance temperature detector, negative temperature coefficient thermistor, or only thermistor, we can call thermistor. Negative temperature coefficient means if we are increasing the temperature, then the resistance of that thermistor will be decreased. And on the basis of this change, there is a equivalent change in the voltage. So, what is the role of these temperature sensors? These temperature sensors can be used to control ventilation, air conditioning, or and if there is any detect or any fault in the system. These all things can be detected by this using this temperature sensors. Now next, humidity sensors. So in manufacturing plants, hospital, museum, greenhouse, and weather stations, we can use these humidity sensors. And these sensors can use to control heating, ventilation, air conditioning systems. For the monitoring of all these things, we can use humidity sensor based IoT prototype. Basically, there are three common type of humidity sensor: capacitive, resistive, and the thermal. So, what is capacitive? With a porous dielectric substance at the center, surrounded by two electrodes. The sensor uses water vapor to monitor humidity. When the vapor reaches the electrode, it creates the voltage change. So what does it mean? It means the change in the humidity. It means the change. I am representing change with this symbol. Change in the humidity will proportional to the change in the capacitance of that material, that substance, and that is equivalent to corresponding voltage. So here change, what is the sequence? Change in humidity produces change in the capacitance, and change in the capacitance produces a change in the voltage. So this is the basic principle. Now next is the resistive. Resistive sensors, or we can say humidity sensors, based on the resistive principles. Resistive sensors principle are less sensitive than the capacitive, and they operate in the same way. What is the meaning of similarity? What is the similarity here? What is written? They operate on the similar basis as the capacitive. So what does it mean? It means that change in the humidity, what I am saying, change in the humidity produces change in the resistance of the sensor, and that change in the resistance will produces the change in the voltage. So this is resistive, and the last one is thermal. In thermal, two matched thermal sensors conduct electricity based on the humidity of the air surrounding them. Here one is coated with dry nitrogen and the measures ambient air, with the difference between the measuring and humidity reading. So this is all about the humidity sensors, and in next lecture we will take some more sensors example and their basic working principle.